live at the annual Veterans Park District softball tournament, men's open division softball. We got JDE or whatever they're called here, JGE, excuse me, and it might be JDE. I'm sorry. Got a late start today. We got them playing Moist, who's won this event a few times. And top of the first, the JGE team went 1-2-3. They just came off a long extra inning game. They knocked cease and desist into the losers bracket. And this tournament's going to roll through here. So this game is almost an hour behind because that game went about 16 innings, 14 innings. Well, not that long, maybe 10 or 11. But they do that international rule with a runner starts on second, 3-2 count. So there's a little ground ball past Macho Soto. Brian Kearns is on, leading off here for the Moist team. And Moist has been very successful in this event through the years. And Brian Kearns, a member of Flashback, leads off with a hit. And here's PJ Raines, another kid having a great year for Flashback. Jeff Mastari on deck, so Moist didn't fool around, and he hits a high, long fly ball. Mark Ross, Kearns is going to tag, throw off line, and he'll get to second base. So a little warm, we got a little sun, and after this game, I'll take a look at the bracket. We'll definitely be back for the winter bracket championship and then the two championship games, and then we're going to try to show you some of that Class A, which started on Thursday. And there's a little ground ball, and it gets past Trey Johnson. First run of the game is in as Mastari muscles one through the center of the infield. And an early lead here for Moist. So here's Tommy Coates. And he swings and hits a high fly ball. Mark Ross is there, puts it away. Mastari now, he hesitated. Mark Ross didn't throw it in right away, and then Jeff just kind of snuck his way into second base. So Mark Ross, a little bit of a miscue there, puts a runner in scoring position for Timmy Korenkowski. And Timmy walks the dog into right field. That's going to score run number 2. Timmy Korenkowski coming fresh off of a no-glove championship with Circus. And he just flipped it out there into right field, nice and polite. So brings up Mike Manzella. Mike's had a lot of leg issues here the last 4 or 5 weeks. And there's a flip the other way. Ross is chasing it, and he gets there. And now he drops it. That ball was in foul territory. Oh, that was a fair ball. So he got there and dropped it, and it rolled out of play. So second and third here. And it brings up Pat Coates.
Mikey, 2 out. Come on, Pat. Swing. Give a little bit.
Ryan Russ on deck. So 2 strikes. We are playing 1-1. We'll get to some of the rules in a second. And I am fighting a little glare, so if I don't see your comments right away, forgive me. And there's a bullet. Nice play by the shortstop, but he can't make the play. Strong arm. Dom Jacoby went deep in the hole there. He made a good, hard, strong throw. A little offline as he was drifting into the outfield as he caught and threw. Bases are now loaded. Or excuse me, first and third. Another run did score, 3-0. Little ground ball to Macho Soto. And they nip Ryan Russ at first. So we'll head to the second, 3-0, Moist. So, of course, Macho Soto, normally a shortstop for the Fat Kids easily was able to get over and get that ball. And certainly from playing at shortstop, we know he can throw the ball, so the throw from second was no problem. So we head to the second inning here. It's going to be Trey Johnson, Chapo, and Tommy, first three scheduled hitters. So this is Chicago-style 16-inch softball, 60-foot bases, leadoff can't steal, 38 from the rubber to the point of home plate. Pitcher gets a drag step, one step left, right, or back. Two fakes or hesitation. Third arm action must be to deliver the ball home. A throw or a fake to a base is considered one of your fakes or hesitations. 6-12 on the arc, 1-1 count. Little ground ball to Mastari, and he airmails it out of play. And that'll allow the leadoff man to get on base. I think I was one hitter off. That was Chapo. This is Tommy Lentine Jr., plays with the March team. So Mastari got to it in good shape, and there's a little ground ball, and he runs it past PJ Raines, and JGE on the board at 3-1. Just getting back to the rules a little bit. 6-12 on the arc. There's no fence in the outfield. The fences along the foul lines are not very high and do not extend all the way down. Here's Macho Soto. And the dugout fences aren't very tall either. And there's a flare out of play. Got a slight breeze pushing in from right field. You can see the pennants and the flag blowing there. So 3-1 ball game and short turnaround. These guys played a long extra inning game. You know, it's always interesting to me. 3-2 count, runner on second, and there's a little ground ball. Jeff Hernandez over to the short center, Coates, and they turn the double play. So the lead runner there knocked out. Brings up Joe Welgos. So the theory behind that international rule is it's supposed to shorten the game, but both those teams in the first game did a good job of advancing guys. And nice catch by Brian Russ right up against the screen.
Come on.
That ball might have been over the fence. He kind of plucked it and had to bend over the fence a little bit. We saw in a game earlier this summer, Ryan got to the fence and couldn't get his hands up, but he made sure he had him up above the fence line there, and he made the catch. So we head to the bottom of the second. It's going to be Julian Gutierrez, Shane Lawler, and then Jeff Hernandez. So the international rule is supposed to shorten the game, but both teams were getting them over and getting them in. A couple of big two-out hits in that ball game by Julian Russell that ended up tying the game and extending it. And then cease and desist ended up going up by 3 heading into the last bottom inning. And I was talking to a couple of guys, and I said, well, now the mindset changes because you're not trying to advance guys. And with a 3-2 count, there were some bad swings. As both teams earlier in that game had a chance to maybe score more than one. But now you're freed up from that thinking, and you're just going to get hits. And they hit the ball and pushed them across. And there's Julian Russell, dirty 38 shortstop, playing third base today. Took a step and a half to his right, reached up, a little half jump, and made the catch. Nicely done. And we talk about Julian quite a bit. He's an elite player. And I thought in the last inning where the game got tied in the bottom half, Little ground ball. Dom Jacoby. Shane Lawler's down. So 2 up, 2 down. And we'll see if Jeff Hernandez takes a swing here. I would think with 2 outs, they wouldn't necessarily waste a move here.
That seems heavy.
And
Even when guys hit it good, it just doesn't seem like it's going. Come on, Jim.
so sometimes going up by 2 or 3 isn't necessarily great with that California rule. And JGE pushed a couple across. Trey Johnson, a little flip. And Joe will get back and hand the ball to Jib. So they go 3 up, 3 down. And we're going to head to the top of the 3rd inning. 3-1.
I'm sorry, Tom.
Good inning, guys. Good inning. Yeah, he did. That's why you know if it's ringing.
So it's going to be Anthony, CJ, and then they'll be cycling back to the top of their lineup. And Anthony got a big hit in that extra inning ball game. Jib slowed it down. Coates recovered. Looked like Shane Lawler got
I'm used to the green ball, my bad.
handcuffed on that. Coates, very nifty, changed directions on that, came in and made a strong, accurate throw right on the money. And there, so the leadoff man on here for CJ. And CJ hits a fly ball. Brian Kearns is there, and he dropped it. He was looking up into the sun, looked like he was getting ready to load up and throw, and he muffed it. So first 2 hitters on, the courtesy run here with Joe Welgos for CJ. And it brings up Mark Ross in the top of the lineup here. So a little trouble of brewing, a little soft, easy fly ball gets dropped. And the door is slightly ajar here for... And Mark Ross hits it, Coates steps and throws, double play. And this Coates is a good-looking player, man. He's done a couple of interesting things here. Another deflected ball. And you can see he stretched, extended, stayed on the bag, and threw a strike.
Hey, good way not to run into that, Joe. You can't do shit about this.
So that'll push Anthony up to 3rd, but more importantly, 2 outs off the board for Julian Russell.
Go, Jibber.
Jib's falling behind. I think he's trying to be careful with Julian. And there's a full count now. And Julian, sky-high pop-up. Everybody chasing, and Coates goes back, looking up into the sun. Bumps into the center fielder, his brother Pat. But he had already secured it and made the catch. So first and second, nobody out. The double play certainly took the starch out of that inning. And we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd, 3-1 still. And it will be the top of the moist lineup. Kearns, PJ, and Jeff Mastari. So Brian Kearns, just an on-base machine, has been having a tremendous year offensively for Flashback. And if you're playing in this open division, it's not a bad schedule. They're probably behind because of that long extra inning game, but I think the first championship game was supposed to be at either 1:30 or 2:30. And there's a high fly ball. Anthony's over there and he makes the catch. You can see all of these outfielders. You know, you can see where my shadow is here. And I'm looking out toward right center-ish. So anything hit in the air in the outfield really going to be a problem. And right now the sun is pretty high, so anything hit up in the air, you're going to have to look up toward that sun. So here's PJ. He slaps it on the ground to Russell. Little bobble. PJ Raines is on. You don't see Julian miss too many of those very often. One out base runner for Mastari. Muscled the single to the infield his first time up to drive in a run. And Jeff just hits a laser into left field. Raines will get to third. Mastari, big turn. That time Ross got it in quick. Held Mastari to a long single.
Hey, one out.
So one out. Here's Tommy Coates.
Hey, one, Jeff. Jeff, one.
And there's a hard ground ball to Macho Soto. Everybody's safe. Another run scores.
You have to step faster than me, Gio. Everybody, smart ball. One out. Jeff, one.
Brings up Koronkowski. Big hit in that 3-run first inning as well. Moist here with one out and first and second, trying to leak out a little bit. And there he just pushes it. Anthony is there, makes the catch, no tag.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Man, go get it. Hey, two now.
And it brings up Mike
You
Manzella.
guys are wheeling there. Both you guys are wheeling. Come on, Mike. Give me a humpback, Mike. Clear him.
I think if you're Flash, you're hoping in this time between the No Glove and the SSA Major National Championships tournament, you're hoping Mike can get back on track,
Two out.
get his legs back. And there's a little bit of a quick pitch. He got away with it. Towering fly ball. Tommy Lentine puts it away. So Moist does push one across. They extend the lead to 4-1 as we head to the fourth. And it'll be 3, 4, 5 coming up. Dom, Trey, and Chapo. So this game moving along a little bit quicker than the 8:30 game did. This was supposed to be the 9:30 game. So here's Dom Jacoby, member of LBSC, hits a high fly ball, backpedaling it. Ryan Ross looked like he was beat there. He was stumbling. He reached up with one hand and grabbed it. I don't know if I got that on the replay. Did you see this ball just kept carrying? And it looked like it was going to be over the top. And all of a sudden, Ryan just stuck a big paw up there. He's a human highlight reel. He got beat here the other night over the top. Somebody airmailed one. As the wind pushing out, here's Trey Johnson. And he just kept backpedaling. All of a sudden, he was about to turn. And he just waved a hand up there and snagged it. And Trey Johnson rifles one down the right field line. Big turn. He's going to try it. Kearns his throw, not in time. Sliding double for Trey Johnson. So one out base runner at second now. Brings up Chapo. Chapo, member of the Iron team. So we got a lot of major players on the field. And there he tries to walk the dog. It's just fair by a foot. And Trey Johnson's going to stroll in with run number 2. So he walked that dog fair by about 3 inches. Brings up Tommy Lentine Jr., 4-2 game here. Top of the 4th. And Tommy hits a laser up the middle. Chapo will easily get to 3rd. Tommy Lentine Jr. with a hard line drive up the middle, 4-2.
I know.
Trey Johnson in the dugout talking to Cha-Cha. Of course, both members of High Y, another major team. Here's Macho Soto, little ground ball. PJ knocked it down. 3rd run does score. That will keep Lentine at 2nd. And it's 4-3. Still only 1 out here. Brings up Joe Welgos. So I would think if you're handicapping this open division, you would have to say Moist, Fish. And this is a pretty decent looking team that JGE has put together. Cease and Desist has a pretty good team. And there's a line drive over the top of Coates. And his brother rifles in a 1-hopper, bases loaded. So 1 out here. Joe Welgos, it brings up the right fielder, Anthony.
Who made the last out? Dom, right?
So Dom made the last out. He's going to come run. The bases are now loaded. And there's a flip. That'll be foul. Cha-Cha over there, he's going to go help Brian Kearns out, and he's going to wrap around the fence and go get it. So while we got a break, I'd like to pay some bills. See the nice Sweet Buzz logo. And that pitch is inside. Sweet Buzz, of course, they sell infused products if you're an adult. And there's a line drive. So Anthony, again, good strong throw-in by Coates in center. And we are 4-4 in the 4th, a little symmetry. Still only 1 out here.
He's hitting for CJ.
I would think those 4 teams might be the 4 that you're maybe looking to be playing late here. Again, they only had 6 in the open division. And they're all pretty much loaded up as we've got a butterfly hanging around Joe Welgos. Here's Sean Quinn, a little pop-up. And that was an infield fly rule. See that butterfly flipping around. Last night we had a rabbit on the field. So 2 outs now. Bases still loaded for Mark Ross. And Mark can fly, so if you're an infielder, you got to know what you're going to do with the ball here. Jeff Hernandez jumps ahead. That pitch is out. Oh, strike 3 called. Mark Ross has a look of disbelief on his face. Didn't like the call. Jib slipped one in there. So 4-4 in the 4th as we head to the bottom half here.
Hamlin tomorrow, or you staying here?
Huh?
You going to Hamlin tomorrow at all? Or
Yeah,
you staying here?
no, I'm going to be in Hamlin. Try to double back and catch the championship
Ryan's
if I
playing
can.
with Gilman tomorrow. He hasn't been out there in a long time. He wants to play.
Nice. Nice.
Who won down there?
Huh?
Who won down there?
I'm not 100.
I think it got close. I don't know who won. Rutke might have came back.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Come on, Pat.
So here's Pat Coates, the center fielder. Then it'll be Ryan Russ and Julian Gutierrez, as Moist suddenly finds themselves tied up here at 4-4.
Come on, Pat.
Start CJ and a boy.
Hand down 2.
And there's a hard ground ball. He jumps up and bites him.
Put it hard, kid.
Base hit.
Nobody. Put it hard.
Little bad hop single. But in this game, nobody's giving him back.
Hey, let's go. Turn it.
Top spin on that one. All right. Nobody, Pat.
So again, it's much cooler than we've had, but doing these games this time of the day, we got a lot of sun beating down on the equipment. And Ryan Russ, that's going to fade and be down the. There's Cha-Cha. He's enthralled with this game, as he's been watching the game over here. And this is a little rough, even though there's only 6 teams in the Open. So this is a winner bracket game. After this game, there will be a slew of loser games where a lot of the teams that either lost the first game or played in this second level. Ryan Russ hits a hard ball, and it's sunk on Ross. He had it for a second. Coates with good speed makes it to third, and now they call him out. Said he was off the bag. He was on the bag there. I thought he might have got his foot back on the base. He did come off it briefly. That could be a break for JGE. Then we're way on the other side of the field. So should have been second and third with nobody out. Now there is an out for Gutierrez, and he hits a little roller. And Soto put a hand down there, and then he kicked it out. And Julian ends up on second, and they do score the 5th run.
Yeah. Hey, good running. Hey, come on, coach.
And Macho, who's a real solid shortstop, has had a couple of issues at second. It's here's Shane Waller. I always said that,
Right on you.
you know, playing shortstop is hard, playing short center is really hard. And Shane Lawler goes big, and he airmails one over Anthony, who is cheating him a little bit. Shane Lawler's going to
Good, Shane.
just jog it into third. Another run scores.
Stand the bag.
So Anthony was playing him a little shallow. Shane Lawler just hit a fly ball, and it got over the top of Anthony. And Moist back up by a deuce here.
Shane, no, good ball.
But when you talk about playing second base, you're on an island, because I'd say probably 70% of the time the short center is playing on the third base side of the bag, so you can see all the territory there's second baseman has to cover. Gibbs will probably try to advance or push the ball towards second. And there he hits a little line drive, and Macho Soto was playing him kind of deep. That ball was in the air for a long time, but it hit the carpet, and he drives in the 7th run.
How are you, honey?
And there's Tommy Lentine's better half. She got the dog out.
Right, come on, kid.
So back to the top of the lineup now. So they scored 3. And Kern's a little slapper to Soto.
Hey, boy, Brian.
And Kearns might have beat that out anyway, but Joe Welgos got a little handcuff. So
TJ, go down.
Moist has been working the right side of the
Come on,
infield.
Brian. He's 10 feet back.
And here's PJ Raines. So 2-out base runner, and PJ hits it hard. And that ball gets dropped by Tommy Lentine.
Go, PJ.
And PJ's going to hustle into third on an ill-advised throw to the plate, and just like
PJ,
that,
right there, too.
Moist has reclaimed that 4-run lead they
What
had.
time you play tomorrow?
4-4 here, bottom of the 4th.
Stacy's team win?
So JGE
You guys all okay? I didn't know you were on the team.
is having some defensive struggles early in this one.
I did not know that.
Moist taking advantage of it, leads 8-4. And here's Mastari, 2 for 2 in the ball game. Jeff had a little downside time with some tendonitis early in the year, but he's well beyond that now.
DJ, two. Come on, Tom.
Here's Tommy Coates, and he overpowers Trey Johnson with a missile, and he's going to cruise into second. Hard slide, he's under. 2 more runs score.
Jeff, wait, two, Jeff.
So Tommy Coates,
Tommy, two.
an absolute missile. And now Tim Korenkowski dumps one in front of Lentine. Throw to the plate, no chance. Tommy Coates, a center fielder, runs like a deer. And with 2 outs here, Moist is really opened up. They lead 11-4. Brings up Manzella. Korenkowski, another hit in the ball game. And Manzella off of CJ, and he gets him at first for the 3rd out. But we're going to head to the 5th. 7 runs for Moist in that inning, and they push it out. Dogs are barking here in Melrose Park.
Hey, 2, 3, 4 here. Let's go.
So it's going to be Julian Russell, Dom Jacoby, and Trey Johnson. And JGE got a little work to do here. Kind of need to maintain contact. Moist is leaking out, and we are in the 5th. So they're creeping toward that 10-run mark. Julian slaps it on the ground. Long throw by Korenkowski, and it goes through that opening. We talk about this opening all the time, and we do see a lot of balls go through there. So Russell will end up on second with nobody out.
I didn't think I was going to go through a fucking hole.
Julian Russell hit that ball almost right over the base. Timmy, long throw, but that ball acted a little bit like a screwball. Here's Dom Jacoby. He tries an overhand cut, and that'll be foul. And I think that's Jeff Mastari's dad down there, Frank, who was one of the best shortstops to ever play this game, one of the best leaders as far as players / coaches. He had a lot of input with those great 45 teams. And that was kind of a half-hearted effort by the Hall of Famer. So Dom, a little roller. Coates comes in, snaps off a quick throw. And Tom and Pat Coates both showing you quite a bit today. So that'll bring up Trey Johnson.
One more to me.
Runner on third now, and Trey flips it the other way. You've heard me say this before, but I love when these outfielders throw their hands up like they have a chance at catching something. I used to tell my base runners, if you see an outfielder do that, run. So 11-5 as Trey drives in a run. And here's Chapo, and he hits a high fly ball. Ryan Russ is there and puts it away. And if I'm a little slow on the scoreboard, it's because I'm fighting a lot of glare here. So hopefully that says 11-5. Brings up Tommy Lentine Jr. now, runner on first with 2 outs. And that pitch is a little deep. Nacho Soto on deck. Gibbs grabs a count. Trey Johnson will be running on the release with 2 outs. And Lentin, a little roller to Mistari. Snap, and Shane Waller can't handle the throw. Nice play by Mistari. Shane Waller just boxed it. And it brings up Macho Soto. So a little trouble of brewing here. A couple of errors in the inning. And Soto, that's going to be way out of play. So we hope wherever you are this Saturday, if you're going to tune in and check out a few of our broadcasts during the day, we appreciate it. Tell your friends, follow the page. If you got a company and you like what the SSA is doing, reach out to us if you want to get involved. We can't do what we do without the help of our corporate partners. And we are a 501c3 non-for-profit. Nobody gets paid except the umpires and the scorekeepers. And here's Macho Soto. And he goes this time. Ryan Russ with the bead puts it away. So we're going to head bottom of the 5th. 6-run lead for Moist. Probably cool off a little bit later today, so I would think by the time the Open Division starts playing, it'll be a little better. And I noticed that my one camera is draining battery. Last night when it was a nice crisp 72 degrees and a little breezy, we had no issues. So Pat Coates, the short center, leading off here. And he goes high and deep. Ross got a beat on it, shades his eyes, and makes the catch. It's kind of an interesting swing. He had his hands pulled in, didn't really get extended. He more or less kind of chopped at that ball, and it carried a long way. Looked like he might have hit down on it and had a little underspin. So here's Ryan Russ, defensive play of the game. And there's a little ground ball, and CJ handled it. And that'll be out number 2. It brings up Julian Gutierrez. And of course, a lot of these major guys, they go to the big events and they tend to win their first game on a Thursday or Friday, and they're used to coming back later in the day. And sometimes they don't get really rolling until about noon or 1. Just the body clock and how they're just used to it. So here's Julian, and of course, August, as we entered it yesterday, is the dog days in a sense, and that's a hard ground ball, and Julian takes the big turn, and they throw behind, but he gets back. So Gutierrez, a hard one hopper off of CJ, and of course Julian started out with smack out. We saw him in a Class A event, I believe. Hit a couple of bombs to right center in that game, and we were all like, who's this kid? And he's come along very nicely. Plays the game with a lot of energy. So here's Shane Waller. And Shane walks. So Ryan Russ going to come courtesy. So there's a good look at Ryan Russ. Ryan, you can't wear a glove in this game.
Yeah, it's stuck. Check my hands for stickle.
So I just put it up there and it's stuck. So here's Gibbs. little ground ball, and Julian will just cruise over to third. So they do not score. If you're a Moist fan, they will have the top of their lineup coming up in the 6th. So it would be a good idea if you're JGE to go ahead and try to maybe cut into this lead a little bit.
Chips, you good? Team mascot?
The dog, always your best friend is your dog. And every time they come in, the dog is chomping at the bit to see Tommy. So it's going to be Joe Welgos, Anthony, and CJ.
Tommy!
Making a difference.
And that ball was rifled, but a great job by Ryan Russ as he comes over, sliding on a knee and makes the catch. Ryan Russ actually played one game for me on Mudville. He was very, very raw. He was just starting to play 16-inch. And Junior asked me, could you take him? We had him out at Forest Park. And Anthony, I tell you, haven't really seen Anthony a lot, but this kid can rake.
Hey, I'm surprised he didn't say sorry this time. How much you want, 50? 50 bucks?
So he got a base hit there, 1 out single.
No, we
And
got one like that.
told Junior at that time I didn't think he was ready to play at the major level. Nicky Gatta, who's done with a lot of kids. And there's a ground ball up the middle. Coat's a little bobbled, but flipped it over to first. He really charged that ball. He got there, but then he got a kind of a weird hop. And that kid's got a strong arm. He just kind of, the ball leaves his hand real good. And he gets a lot of juice on it. Here's Mark Ross, and he tries to go to right. Brian Kearns won't get there, but it's foul. Julian Russell on deck here. So this is top of the lineup here, 2 outs. So Nicky Gatta took Ryan Russ, and he started out playing center. And Mark Ross is going to end up fouling out. And that ball goes through the opening. So top of the order, bottom of the 6th, 11-6. This is an important inning here. For JGE, they need to kind of hold the score right here and let their top come up in the 7th with the easier path. Even though they're down 6, it would be easier than being down 7 or 8. And that was a nice play. Can we see a replay on that? Look at this.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's your house, Gio.
There's your, yeah, well, you know, not all of us make that play. So I don't know if I got the dog making the play there or not, but for you dog lovers, look at this play. That might be the best defensive play of the day, better than Ryan's. So Kearns hits it foul, and the dog says, I'll go get it. Of course, you don't want the slime on the ball, but having some fun out here in Melrose.
That's good.
Nice toss. Come on, Brian.
Hey, CJ.
Come for 2, man. Come for 2.
So Brian Kearns now on the reset. And there's a little roller up the middle. Macho Soto, or excuse me, that's Chapo. made the play. Of course, we've seen Chapo at short and third for iron playing second today. Nice play to get the speedy Brian Kearns. So here's PJ Raines now. PJ right at Trey Johnson. PJ does like to use the middle of the field from right center to left center. And they had him kind of shaded almost right up the middle, hit it right at him. So 2 up, 2 down for Mastari. And Jeff goes right up the shoot there. Mark Ross makes the catch. So do or die 7th coming up here. As the top of the Moist lineup goes 1, 2, 3. So up 6, you're chasing outs. It's going to be 2, 3, 4. Julian, Dom, and Trey. See if there's any magic. And really, aside from the 1 inning where Moist had a couple of defensive breakdowns, Jeff Hernandez has been pretty much in control of the ball game. Little high fly ball, and everybody kind of was looking at each other. Pat Coates couldn't get there. And that's where PJ, the second baseman who plays a lot of outfield, has got to help his center fielder out. He didn't really chase it. I think they just thought Pat was going to come in and make the play. So leadoff man on for Dom, and he cuts it, and Mastari tried to do a Colson Montgomery, one hand over the shoulder, but he couldn't get there. And they put their first 2 on for Trey Johnson. So a couple of more hits here, and this game might get a little interesting. Looks like Sean Quinn has grabbed the bat. He's getting loose on the on-deck circle.
Line us through.
And Trey tries to go big. Coates backtracks, puts it away. Throw a little wild there. See, he's got a strong arm. He kind of threw it way over the top. That's an example. I think your cutoff guy's got to be a little bit more vocal, because these 2 runners at second and third don't mean much, but you would have liked to have kept the double play in it. And Chapo cuts one, and Ryan Ross makes another nice catch. Will drive in a run, but more importantly, if you're a Moist fan, it's the second out. So 11-6 for Tommy Lentine Jr. So there's strike 2, down to their last strike here. And there's a little soft fly ball. Ryan Russ is there, and Moist comes out and in control most of the game. It was tied 4-4 at one point. And then they dropped a 7 on them. They made it stand up. They defeat JGE. So they'll stay clean. And I'm not sure what Fish did on the other field, but we'll go check the bracket. So we hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We will definitely be back a little later today. A lot more softball today. The plan is to show you a couple of championship games today. And of course, tomorrow we'll be at the Michael Ciriale Memorial Softball Tournament. 27 years they've been running it. So that should be interesting. So on behalf of the SSA and everybody here, be good, be safe. We'll talk to you soon.